What is the most powerful trait we have? You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.
Boxing King Media, delighted to be joined by Mr. Don Charles. We are 2 days away from the biggest fight, would you say, you've been involved in?
Well, yes. Yes, this is the biggest. I've been in lots of big ones, but this is the mother of all fights. It has to be for the undisputed.
There's a lot of talk, we're literally few minutes away from the press conference. The last time we was here, it went off big time. So I don't know, what can we expect today?
We've come here, all the talking is done at this point. Yeah, all the talking's been done, I believe, from both sides. Daniel doesn't say much. He says very minimal, which is good. He harnesses it all in. Yes, I was very vocal the first press conference. I now understand what you meant when you said it earlier. I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, I was very vocal. I had to be because I like to speak my mind, and then we go into camp and do the work. Now all the talking is over.
I know there's a lot of psychology that goes into fight build-ups. I was going to ask you, Don, because obviously I know you and you're a very respectful man. And obviously when we saw all that on what you said to USYK last time, I wasn't sure if it was like, if he was meaning it or were you trying to get under his skin. Maybe you could explain it a bit?
No, everything that comes out of this mouth, I think, I'm an older citizen, so you think, whatever you think comes out, whatever I've processed it, that comes out of here, I mean it and I stand on it. Because unless you're in our position, in my position as a coach, Daniel's an individual, I am an individual, but we're a team. The amount of effort that goes into training somebody, the sacrifices one has to make, you just want to be on an even playing field. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to extract the truth, demonstrate the truth, nothing else. I'm not here to insult anybody. I'm here merely to extract the truth.
I've seen some of the interviews Dan's done this week, and he's very focused on the fact that he doesn't want to talk about the past, right, the previous fight. What kind of mindset is that when he's saying things like that?
Yeah, he can, like I said, we're individuals. Daniel doesn't say much, and when he does speak, very minimal, but he gets his point across. So he said it. He said, I don't want to talk about it. And it's actually a rule we've got within ourselves, since the camp started. It was a forbidden word to talk about what happened in Poland.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. Dan seems like a guy that doesn't show his emotions. He doesn't give away a lot. Even when I look at him there, he's just stood there stone cold looking at the stadium. But one of the things I picked up from the fight with the AJ was the last time he was in the ring. I don't know if you've ever spoken about this before, but the moment the fight finished, he dropped AJ. If you look at your corner team and other people around Dan, they wanted to celebrate. But Dan, in that moment, was clued up enough to stop everyone, stop the celebrations, because that was his biggest moment ever. And he could have been jumping, and nobody would have criticised. But the fact that he didn't, what does that say about him?
That just tells you the mark of the young man. Yeah, he's not interested in any of that. He's done the job, and yeah, that's really respectful. I don't remember me celebrating. A couple of members of our team, which is normal. There's nothing wrong with that. We work for this. This is the moment, If the opposition had won, they'll be celebrating. Come on, it's a normal thing that's what we're in it for. But I chose not to, and Daniel, it wasn't a choreographed, it wasn't a planned thing. It's just how you felt at that moment.
He shows, even though he's looking to smoke someone, he's still got it in him to have the respect.
Yeah, respect. He was raised that way. It's respect. We didn't tell Daniel, oh, when you win, don't celebrate. No, it's how he felt. He's a human being. He goes by his feelings. He's done the job, and he was calm, and that's really respectful.
What do you make of Usyk, the way he looks? I know Dan's called him old in the build-up, and I've asked him about being old, and he said to me old to him is 60, 70, 80 years old, not 38. So
yeah, it's a talk in boxing. He's not old as a civilian walking around, but he's not a civilian. He's an active sportsman. So an active sportsman, when you're in the later stages of 30, that's whether you're a footballer, cricketer, whatever sport you're doing, that's what Daniel is meaning by saying we know he's not old. He's not an old man. He's a young man. But in the sport that he's doing, especially a one-on-one sport where it's a fight. Yeah, it shouldn't actually be classified as a sport, boxing. So when you reach the late 30s, you're looked upon as getting on in that sport. But he's a young man as a civilian.
Does he speak any Chinese? I know his younger brother speaks fluent Chinese. Has he picked anything up?
You'd have to ask him. I haven't heard him talking to Solomon. No, I haven't. Yeah.
I think we're going to be going very soon. Just a quick word on Hamza SHEERAZ. What did you make of his win last week?
Simply awesome! Exclamation marks.
Right, I think we're off. Don, thank you very much for your time, brother.
The most powerful trait we have. If you need power, speed, let your imagination do the rest.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.